Hello people, Seku-Senpai here, and I actually recently just saw Suzume. It was really great. A really great movie. I'm a big fan of Makoto Shikai works. You know, Garden of Words, 5 centimeters per second, Your Name, Weathering with You. It's like every 3 years he has something big drop, or a movie drop in general, and you know, this movie was actually pretty good. Going into it, I didn't really know much about it. I feel like I only saw the previews and I had no knowledge of the storyline. I don't know if anyone else could agree, but every single time I saw a preview, I was like, yo, this looks pretty good, but I don't know what it's about. I never even looked up synopsis or anything. I just knew that there is some door, a portal, some girl, there's some guy, there's a moving chair that talks, and there's a cat. That was all I knew about the movie before watching it, and I kind of like that because my expectations for it were kind of low, and if anything, surprised me with how great the story actually was. So for those who don't know what Suzume is about, the quick synopsis of it: Suzume, it depicts a high school girl and a mysterious young man trying to prevent a series of disasters across Japan. Oh yeah, by the way, heads up, this may include some spoilers, so just to let y'all know. Yeah, the movie started off, I think it started off kind of, I don't want to say slow. It took me a second to like get acquainted with, you know, like the atmosphere, I want to say, of the whole film. So I mean, if anything, it had me like questioning, yo, what's going on here? Why is this little child over here running around? What's this dream she had? What does she know about this dude? What's up with these doors? And you know, I think that's a nice setup, you know, already with our character, mystery behind our main character, these supernatural doors and whatnot. And this is when we actually get to meet the other main character, Souta. And you know, I think, you know, they actually has nice dynamics throughout the whole film. He actually turns into the chair. I didn't think he was going to be the one to turn into the chair. I think one of like the themes the movie had, it was one of the things I noticed most about the movie was the fact that it had this, I don't know, like a nostalgia feel to it. I was reading up some stuff on, you know, the development of the movie, and apparently while writing this on the director Makoto Shinkai, he was checking out a lot of deserted places and whatnot, and the movie does have to deal with, you know, these portals opening up, or at least these gateways that open up for these worms that destroy, you know, or cause natural disasters like earthquakes and such. They are at these deserted places, and every time they show up, I was like, dang, I'm getting like a weird sense of nostalgia of being in these, like, you know, a house, or not necessarily a house, a school, an amusement park. They had that bathhouse, a whole city, a whole town. There are so many places in the world that just have abandoned, that are just abandoned. And it's just like, what was the story that was back there? And surely that place had a lot of memories and stuff, but I don't know, that's something that the movie at least made me think a lot about. Yeah, back to the characters. I think the characters were really great. The main character, Suzume, the titular character, I think she was a really interesting character. I felt like she was really cool along with the journey. The fact that she had feelings for our main dude, I felt like that was going to happen, but I felt like it was kind of weird the way it happened. I don't know if anyone else felt that way. Like, hey, it's cute, but I don't know, they kind of just met after like 3 days, and I mean, you could look at it as just like a child, you know, teenage crushing on you know, a little dude, a guy who's a few years older than her or something. But I don't know, I just thought that was kind of, you know, just kind of quick how that happened, and how much she, you know, cares for a dude to like go back and try and save him, which is really nice. But I think the main thing about the movie that I enjoyed most was the journey. Like I mentioned before, all these natural disasters happened, or at least these gateways where natural disasters are going to happen in these abandoned places, are all across Japan. So we start the story in, what is it? Kyushu? Yeah, so we start the story in Kyushu, where there's a gate at this Osen. And then after then, you know, she, you know, does the thing there. Some cat pops up. The cat's called Daijin. I'm going to talk about the cat in a bit. But after then, you know, dude gets turned into the chair and whatnot. And then immediately our next location is what, Kobe, I think? I think it's somewhere else than it's Kobe. I remember Kobe because I actually went to Kobe 9 years ago? Wow. Yeah, I was at Kobe 9 years ago. Yeah, I was like, hey, Kobe, hey, I've been there. So that's kind of cool. I mean, yeah, so that, Kobe, Tokyo, then the top of Japan. It was actually kind of cool, going from the bottom and to the top. It really was a nice journey. And then meeting all these other people along the way, the ladies at that hostess cafe, bar. What was that place? A bar? I don't know. A bar. I call it a bar. A small little bar. Then there's the girl at the, actually it's kind of funny because she actually met a girl at, well, it wasn't an Osen. That was more of a onsen. Oh, my mistake, everyone. Onsen. So yeah, it was an onsen, not the Osen. I don't know. The fact that the first place was an abandoned onsen, and then the next place, then she actually visited this lady at an onsen. I don't know. I thought that was kind of interesting. And then there's also the gateway in Tokyo. Then we went to her hometown that was actually destroyed, which was another place. Interesting. I don't know. This is kind of random connection, maybe. I might be reaching a bit too far in there. But yeah, you know, the journey was fun, and meeting all these people, and, you know, the fact that was, I don't know, I felt like that was what made it more intriguing for me, if anything. And, like, you know, making the memories of being with all these people along the journey that helped in the journey, impacted her journey, because there's no way she was gonna make it over to these places without these people who are just kind enough to help her. And the lady over here, hey, I'll give you a ride. Hey, you can stay over here at my place overnight. Then running into the dude with the glasses, Serizawa. He was like, hey, I'll give you a ride over there. I need to go meet up with my friend Souta. So that was really nice. Speaking of Serizawa, that dude was kind of a funny character. I really know how I feel about dude. Like, he kind of showed up, and I thought he was just going to be, Sota's friend who was just going to be one-off character, but the fact that not only him, but every single character stays on screen for a while, to the point where we can actually get, like, I want to say we get to know them, but the fact that we get to have a good gist of their personality, their character, and everything, I think that's kind of cool. I think that's well done. You know, like I said, you know, the journey aspect is what I enjoyed most about it. Outside of that, I felt like there are parts of the story I was just not really into as much. I think that might just because I was a little lost with some things. I actually had to look up parts of the story online to be like, hey, am I missing something? And it turns out, no, I'm not missing anything. The movie I don't know, maybe I just felt like, or maybe it was my expectations of wanting more from the movie. Because I was reading some other reviews that people had online, some quick, like, one-off lines, and some people were like, oh man, Makoto Shinkai works, and whatnot. They're like, they're going downhill. I'm like, yeah, I disagree with that. I think your expectations are high. I mean, think about it. Ever since Your Name came out, prior to then, his other works were great. If you haven't checked out any of his works prior to Your Name, I highly recommend checking out Garden of Words. That movie's great. Well, it's 5 centimeters per second. I love that. I love that movie. In fact, I love the manga of that more than the movie. I recommend checking out the mangas or even the light novels of his works, or novels, because they're actually really great. And they actually add some stuff that may not be in the movie. Which is where I really noticed with some of his earlier stuff. I haven't read the manga or novel of Your Name or Weathering with You, so I don't know if anything else was added to that wasn't included in the movie. But usually when that happens, I don't know, I think it's just great. I think it's better, it surpasses the movie. So I don't know, maybe that was something that was lacking with Suzume, maybe that, I don't know, maybe if I read the manga, there'll be something additional that could have added more to the storyline. And I think that also has to do with Suzume's character. Like I said, she's a pretty chill character, likable main character, upbeat, cool, chill. Over here just trying to figure out what's going on and trying to, you know, help this dude with his quest of closing these gates and trying to make sure this worm doesn't cause chaos across Japan. It's crazy how quickly she was up for that. But then again, I feel like the dreams that she had, in fact, the past, is what also, you know, probably motivated her to even go into this even more because of what happened when she was little. Music was S tier as always. What was it? Rad Wimps? Whips always got them banger songs. You know the trailer song, the do. Yo, that song was nice. Every time that came up, I was like, hey. So yeah, that was the whole soundtrack was great for that. Whether it was a chase scene or not really a chase scene because they weren't being chased at any point, but whenever they were trying to get to a place urgently and they were running and stuff. Actually, no, there was a chase scene. There was a chase scene between the dude Sato as the chair chasing Daijin. Which, speaking of Daijin, I thought that, in fact, you know, this goes back to Suzume's character. The thing with her in the past and with her mother, I felt like there should have been more added to that. I don't know if it was just me, but I feel like they started off I knew something was up with the mother. Mother wasn't in the picture. I didn't know what it was. It was until they said, oh yeah, my mother passed. I think she mentioned her mother passed away. But then we found out the truth and why she passed away. It's the fact that her body, well, she's presumed dead, if anything. She's dead. I mean, it's the fact that, there was a tsunami that hit her hometown and whatnot. And, that connects to, the beginning scene where she went through the door, to the other side, what do they call it? The afterworld? The afterlife? Everland world? And I thought the mother just happened, she may have gotten trapped in the other side. And then when Daijin showed up, I was like, wait, is Daijin the mother? It has her mother's soul or something, but it's controlling the body? I don't know. So I thought something crazy like that was happening. But no, the mother is dead. And I'm glad that's not the case, because I feel like that would have been kind of an obvious thing. And if that was the case, I feel like they would have added in a bit more foreshadowing as to that being like a twist or something. But I'm glad that wasn't the case, if anything. And yeah, I think that's really all I had to say. Or at least that's everything I say of my notes. The voice acting cast, though, I think the voice actress, this is her first voice acting role, and I think it was a great job. Likewise, I think the dude as well. I know that they're both actors and actresses, in-person acting and whatnot. But this is their first animated feature film or something. So if that is the case completely, then congrats to both of them. I saw it in sub, so I don't know about the dub cast. I don't know how the dub was. I've seen previews of the dub and it doesn't look bad. For those who saw both, let me know which one you prefer more, if you think both are just as great as the other. And I also feel like it's one of those movies that you could rewatch and you may see something that you didn't see the first time, which is how I felt with some other movies of Makoto Shinkai's. Like when I saw Weathering with You the second time or third time, I think, I was like, hey, I never noticed that. Or if anything, it gives me more appreciation for the storytelling that went down. As for where this ranks on my list of other movies that he's done, or other just works in general, I don't know where I'd put it overall. My favorite work that he's done overall will be 5 centimeters per second, the manga. Like I said, I like the manga more than the movie. So yeah, that manga is definitely up on the top of my list. After then, Garden Awards, those two are just nostalgic to me because they were what introduced me to his other films and whatnot. But I don't know, maybe I'll do a tier list video down the line. Let me know if you want to see that. Yeah, I think that's about it. Or if you want to see some other content on reviews and whatnot. So yeah, just want to say some quick thoughts I had on it. Some fresh thoughts, some notes I wrote out literally after I left the theater. At least right when the credits started rolling, I was like, okay, let me write down this stuff so I don't forget. So have yourselves a nice day. Check out the stuff on the channel. And yeah, I'll see you later. Peace and out.